Trump come in here, clean this mess up. The most corrupt city in the United States is the city of Chicago. And that's not my...
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore, for your comments.
And what we're seeing here at the border, the migration flow, increased migration flow, certainly it ebbs and flows. And we're at a time of the year where we're seeing more at the border. And it's not unusual. This is an immigration system that has been broken for decades. And the president has taken this very seriously to try to do more.
Yes, welcome back. Chicago residents are now begging Trump to come in and clean this mess up as migrants are taking over Chicago. Please pardon me, I'm in a hotel, so if you look at my previous videos, you realize I don't usually shoot like this. Going down on this tweet, remarkable 81-year-old local legend George is calling for all illegal migrants to be sent back across.
Anti-immigrants, illegal, call ICE, send them all back, waiting across the Rio Grande and don't obey our immigration and naturalization laws. And to see another group come over here, it's disgraceful. It is un-American. And these rules that you have, the rule, who made these rules? When did our ultimate vote for these rules? When did the people have time to participate in making these rules? And one of you all came over to me, Mr. Blakemore, we got little children. What about the black children in the ghetto? We got to make a future for them. These others will move them out. Move us out and they come in to compete with jobs, goods, and contracts and services. Historian Claude Anderson say that they have a negative effect on the black community. I'm strictly advocating for black people and call ICE on them. Trump, come in here, clean this mess up. The most corrupt city in the United States is the city of Chicago. And that's not my...
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore, for your comments.
Yes, when you take a look at this man, it clearly shows it. They are fed up with the situation. They can't take it again. If you realize, I think this is the second video I'm doing reacting to people in Chicago coming out to say this is enough. They will not vote for a Democrat again. Now it is time for a Republican to clean up the mess, calling out Trump like this is the only person that can do this. I don't get the point why Democrats do not realize these things.
Illegal border crossers are being given court dates in 2031. What are they supposed to do here for 7 years?
Again, that's a better question put to DHS. I'm not in a position to talk about specific cases like that. The president believes that we've got to do better at immigration, and he's willing to talk and negotiate with members of Congress about immigration policy just as well as he is about border security. But I'm not in a position to talk about the specific.
Someone's lived here for 7 years and presumably gotten a work permit and worked here. If their asylum claim is denied, are they really going to be deported, or is that just a problem for the next president?
Again, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals about specific cases. He does believe we need, and he has worked to increase legal pathways to citizenship. But obviously, illegal pathways, you need to be held accountable if you're trying to come into the country illegally.
Is the president thinking this far down the line? I mean, people are being given court dates 7 years from now. So is he creating a big problem for another president to have to figure out? If these people are going to be deported after just working, living, maybe having families here for 7 years?
Again, I'm not going to get into hypothetical cases here. On day one of the administration, the president put to Congress a proposal for immigration reform. He has said in recent days he's willing to have a serious discussion with members of Congress about immigration policy. So let's see where that goes. But he's taken the issue very, very seriously. Thanks everybody.
Hypothetical question. People are being given court dates in 2031.
Thanks, Admiral. And what we're seeing here at the border, the migration flow, increased migration flow, certainly it ebbs and flows. And we're at a time of the year where we're seeing more at the border. And it's not unusual. This is an immigration system that has been broken for decades. And the president has taken this very seriously to try to do more.
Going down on this tweet, remarkable 81-year-old local legend George is calling for all illegal migrants to be sent back across the Rio. I am anti-illegal immigrants. Send them all back across the Rio to see another group come over here. It is disgraceful. It is un-American. What about the black children? The black children's workers, they compete with us. I am strictly advocating for black people. Call ICE on them. Trump, come here and clean this mess up. The most corrupt city in the United States is the city of Chicago. If you take a look at what is happening in Chicago, not only Chicago, we have seen a lot of this state having the same problem, calling out the Biden administrations, it is out of control. If you realize, they have always said there is no problem. Until what they are witnessing now, a lot of people have taken up decisions that they are no more voting Democrat as a result of this. Taking a look at Karine, her response are just the same. When you watch her videos, starting at the beginning of the year, she has been saying the same thing, sometimes rejecting questions from reporters. Now, it is reaching a certain level, they can no more run away from this. I wish Democrats could realize this is a real problem. Like I saw a few days ago, where some states are saying, oh, Biden allowed this number of illegal immigrants to enter the country, he should be barred. He should not be able to compete during the elections. But to me, that was just insane. If you do that type of thing, majority of Democrats will be happy because they don't even want Biden to even run. So looking at the situation that is going on at the border, it is beyond control. If care is not taken, this will not stop. Interviewing John Kirby. Yes, in another clip, a reporter grilled John Kirby on illegal immigrants being given court date in 2031, asking if their asylum claim is denied, are they really going to be deported, or is it that just a problem for the next president? Again, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals. You see the response. He is not giving a clear response to this question. They don't want to talk about it. When you now present this as a real problem, they don't accept that, which is concerning to me.